Let's begin today. Thank you all for being here. I'm Maggie Hood. One of my favorite sayings by Ernest Holmes, I think it's very profound, and that is treat and move your feet. So think about that. I always, when I first heard it, and as I was studying, I likened it to, and I love this visual, this is a visual for me. Ernest Holmes says, pray, which is treat, but do something, you know, and I always pictured saying a prayer and sitting in a rocking chair and waiting for manna from heaven, money from heaven. Yeah, I'm just going to sit here and God's going to send me all this money, or God's going to send me love or health, whatever have you, right? But no, that's really not what we're taught, what Ernest Holmes was talking about. We are co-creators, and that is going to be mentioned in one of the readings today. We're co-creators. We have to be in action. We have to be in actions. And I will speak only for myself, and you can relate if you wish to, how sometimes I'm just so lazy about doing anything about what I want to achieve, right? People want to get fit, but all they do is talk about it, right? They eat the wrong food, they don't exercise. They want to be in a relationship, but they don't prepare themselves for someone to be in relationship when they meet the person they want to be with. They're not ready. They want to have money, but they're not in action, you know, to achieve that. They want to have better relationships with people, but they blame them, and so on and so forth. You get what I'm talking about. So, you know, when I think about these meditations I'm about to do, I contemplate deeply. And this is what came up for me as I was preparing, is treat and move your feet, because I'm just as guilty of that sometimes. And because I'm human, just like you are. And it's our humanness that can really get in the way. So today, I'd like to really contemplate and exercise our minds to take a look at where we might not be moving our feet. So I invite you all to take a deep breath. And as you exhale, allow your body to just sink into that chair. Allow your shoulders to relax. Continue breathing deeply and slowly. And with every exhale, allow your mind and your face and your neck and your shoulders, your arms, torso, all the way down through your legs to your feet to just sink into the chair. And allow your mind to still. If there's any noise, if anybody walks into the room, stay within. Stay within. Don't judge, don't contemplate, don't think. Just stay within to that place of perfect peace. Allow the music to carry you deep into your own thoughts, deep into your soul, deep into your desires. Begin to contemplate, and maybe there's more than one area in your life where you really desire a transformation, a growth, a newness. And you come here every Sunday to be lifted and enlightened, and then perhaps you go back to the everyday and you forget that we are co-creators. You forget that you need to move your feet. And you're not alone, so don't judge. Just go within. We're going to just go into the stillness now and listen to the music. Carry your soul into those areas. Into those areas where you actually know already. And today we take a good look. We could begin to really acknowledge what we need to do, what we can do. And you know, once we make a commitment, which is one of my favorite words, once we make a commitment, God kicks in and we are lifted. And all of a sudden, what seemed difficult occurs. It becomes so easy. It's astounding. So we begin. Let's contemplate that word commitment for a moment. To me, commitment is the word that puts me in action. It takes it out of the realm of wannabe. So of the messages you are getting from your divine self right now, perhaps you could choose one thing or two things that could take you from that area of wannabe, because I have them too, into making a commitment to really be a co-creator. Something that you can promise yourself that beginning today you will get into action about. Commitment. And for me, it involves writing it down, because that, to me, it feels like when I write it down, like I did about 100 years ago to get in shape and stay in shape, I put it in a drawer. And later that year I saw a new gym open and I joined it, and that has been, for me, an area of my life that I've been committed to. So think of it in those terms. What are you really willing? It's one thing to commit to. Let's begin to visualize those areas of our lives as if they're already transformed. Look into the future and see the manifestation of your co-creation with Divine Spirit. What does that life look like? How do you feel? Feel that life. Feel yourself in that life. Energy you feel, this energy you feel when you're visualizing, imagining your life, a life you love, a life worth living. This energy that you feel right now is the energy that will attract it. It's higher frequency of imagination, desire, and actually being in that life. That is the energy that will call spirit to send it to you. Lift that energy just a little bit higher now. For the last few minutes we have, lift that energy. Feel it flowing out of the top of your head. See it surrounding you, lifting you, reaching upwards. Feel the joy. Feel the peace. Feel this higher frequency energy. And continue to see yourself living a life you love. Now feel the gratitude. Feel gratitude for this moment. Feel gratitude for future moments. Give thanks for all that you have. There's always a lot to be grateful for. And in this moment of gratitude, we begin to bring ourselves back to the room. Begin to feel your body. Begin to feel the chair. Begin to prepare yourself to open your eyes. When you're ready, and take your time, open your eyes and commit to living in this attitude of gratitude every moment. Feel free to light a candle, and I'd like to thank and acknowledge Jeff for accompanying this meditation and providing beautiful and extraordinary sound. Again, thank you all for being here. Service starts in 30 minutes, and feel free to sit here as long as you wish.